Hello and welcome. Today I want to present you another one of my all-time favorite Commodore 64 games. It's an amazing game called The Sacred Armor of Antiriad, or sometimes just known as Antiriad. But before we jump into the game, I want to show you how this game came packaged. We used to own this game as kids, and it came with this comic book shown here. It was a game published in 1986 by Palace Software, and it came bundled with this comic book. Here's the title picture of the comic book, and the comic book sets the mood of this really atmospheric and amazing game. Let's go quickly through it here. It tells a story of the future Earth on the brink of an atomic war. Diplomacy has failed. These armors have been built. These radiation protection suits have been built that protect the people who wear them from attacks. And already here in the top right panel of the comic book, we can see the status display that will also be shown in the game later. The atomic war, nuclear war happens. Humankind is set back to the Stone Age, basically. There is this tribe of humans that lives in the post-nuclear world, but they get attacked by aliens. They train these warriors to fight and find the sacred armor of Antiriad. Of course, Antiriad is really, as you can see here, anti-radiation suit. This ancient scroll they find here shows already the items we will find in the game. The game is kind of like Metroid, like a Metroidvania, like an action adventure. And here are the items. 1, the energy packets we can find later in the game. Number 2, here the implosion mine we will have to find. 3 is the gravity displacer boot, which allows the armor to fly. 4, the particle negator, which allows us to, I think, withstand higher radiation. The beam, which allows us to shoot. And 6, the anti-radiation suit itself. And also, I forgot 2 here, the implosion mine, which is here on the top left. So these are the items we'll have to find in the game, similar to other Metroidvania games. And I think this comic book is so cool. It sets the stage. There's no other instructions. This is all you have to go by. And okay, so let's jump into the game. I will play today on my MiSTer, a Let's Play with my Competition Pro joystick. I practiced the game a little bit over the last couple days, and the way I practiced is that I died many times trying to explore the world, and I tried to make some notes for myself and find my own way through the pretty large world of the game in order to find a way where I get enough energy and which is not so hard, because I think some paths through the world are really hard. So that took me a bit of trial and error. And I did play through the game 2 times already in my practice one, so I think I can finish it today. We'll see. Let me turn on the crop here to make the image a bit bigger. I will play, as always, without any cheats or trainers. I'm using the Remember version of the game here. I love these versions. They are usually very well cracked, without any bugs. Sometimes they even fix bugs in the games. I would just say unlimited lives. No, 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 no. And here's the game with the wonderful soundtrack by Richard Joseph. We see here, published by Palace Software, 1986, sound design, Richard Joseph, the same musician who also made the music to Barbarian. Plot and graphics by Daniel Malone. I think he later worked for the Bitmap Brothers, and the programming by Stanley Scambry. Okay, let's get started. I love even the intro sequence here. We already see the armor. So as kids, we were able to find the armor, but only find 1 or 2 items, and that was it. But now as an adult, I find the game is much easier than I thought as a kid. Notice this wonderful intro here. I am this human Neanderthal-type character here in the jungle. Notice the trees. The trees on the left, they have these eyes. And in the middle, the tree has these, like, crazy, scary faces in the wood. The graphic design is just amazing. On the bottom of the screen, we can already see a shadowy figure of the head-up display, which will be activated later, as we will see. So what I will do now is I will just move to the right, and the enemies will always respawn when you re-enter a room. However, most of the enemies can be avoided. This enemy, however, will kill you instantly. So here I have to throw a stone. When I press fire button, I can throw stones. And I need to hit one of these bullets. Now the enemy is rendered safe. It will not shoot anymore. By the way, I can jump, I can duck, I can run. Look at the wonderful running animations of this figure. And I can I can throw a stone. This enemy is kind of an alarm thing which calls other enemies. This is a barrier that the armor cannot pass, but the human can pass. That will become important later. And now I'm almost at the armor. I just jump over here, and there is the sacred armor of Antiriad. I have found it. I can enter it by pressing left. And notice now on the bottom, the head-up display is activated. Energy low. Anti-red suit active. This is one of the coolest ideas and sequences in any C64 game I've ever seen. How this thing is activated and suddenly you see your energy. You see on the top left, you see the armor energy on the top left, human energy on the below it. The score is now displayed. The radiation level is displayed as this little green arc over there. A stands for active, that the suit is activated. And you see all these empty slots. That will be the indicator of the items I will find. Now, if I try to fly, if I press up, it says gravity prevents takeoff. This is a hint that I have to find the anti-gravity boots. So for now, I have to exit the armor again. By the way, while I'm in the armor, my human energy is always recharged slowly, which helps a little bit to stay in the armor for a while to recharge. Now I will use the way I figured out quickly to get the gravity boots. Notice here how we switch between jungle and temple. On the top there is, now we are in the temple, and notice here, this platform above me is held by this amazing sculptured stone figure. And here there are also faces in the stone. The graphic, the world design is so good, so good. I think I will have to lose some energy here, but that's okay. I have 3 lives as a human. This is the gravity boot, this blinking thing. I just duck to pick it up. And now I have to go back to the armor. Notice on the head-up display, it already shows a little green circle on the bottom left. That means I have found 1 of the 4 items I will need in this game. Once you practice this game a bit, you realize that most of the enemies you can just run right past them because they take a while to spawn. Some of them I will hit with the stones to get rid of them. Now I'm taking the gravity boots back to the armor. Gravity displacer activated. Now I can fly. Notice how wonderful the armor flies and is animated here when I turn around. It's so cool. This is something that I never understood as a kid. The armor is very hard to control. It has inertia. It is a little bit hard to control, and it bounces off the walls like a ping pong ball. So you want to control it carefully with a few careful straight thrusts. Don't go diagonal too much. You will bounce around like crazy. I can't shoot yet, so And up here, notice I went up 3 times and once to the right. This is the way I found, the shortest way I found to pick up the shot. Notice this amazing enemy. It's sitting there in its cannon and shooting. Pulsar beam energized, firing. Now I have the second item. It allows me to shoot. So now I can shoot. The world is interesting because the world is designed... The map is designed in such a way that if you go to the left many, many rooms, you will eventually appear on the right of the map again. It kind of wraps around. There was an energy packet down there, which I on purpose didn't pick up to leave it for me now. So now I will pick it up to replenish the energy of my armor. Now I will go to the left and then up. This is just one way through the game that I found by practicing. Here, for the first time, we see the fire-spewing dragon heads. And I'm trying to avoid touching these things as much as possible to preserve my energy. Now we get to one of my favorite rooms in the whole game. Here is a barrier that I cannot pass with the armor. But what I have to do is I have to land. And now I have to exit the armor. But notice that the radiation level is already pretty high. So here, when I exit the armor, I will start losing energy and die. I don't think you can avoid dying here, so losing 1 or 2 lives. So I will exit the armor, quickly run to pick up the object. Ooh, that lost me a lot of energy. I will die. There's so much radiation that I will lose energy quickly here. I will pick up the item, the implosion mine, and then make my way back. I died again, but that's okay. It will tell me I still have 1 life left. Or 2 lives left. Grab the energy for the armor, go through, and I made it. The implosion mine is primed. Caution, high radiation will detonate. So this is my weapon, which will allow me to destroy the machine I have to destroy in the final room of this game. 1 item is still missing. I think it's an item which will allow me to withstand more radiation. Notice how I went from jungle to temple to volcano. Now I will go here to the left, and there's energy again. So I think this path I found is pretty good, because it will always give me energy when I need it. I will go up here. I will go the hard way here. This sequence is pretty tough. But there's energy again down here, so it's not so bad. Now I go up here. Oh, I didn't shoot. Why? Ah. Now, you see on my armor there on the bottom right, there is a little red icon that has been activated. This means that the interlock is activated because of the high radiation. I am now not allowed to leave my armor anymore. If I lose all my armor energy now, I will sink to the floor and cannot exit. I will have to quit the game. Now I go up here and I quickly destroy this alarm bot. My energy is pretty low, so I will try to make it through here. My energy is so low. Ugh. I will try to grab this energy on the bottom left here in this room. This enemy will come at me. Okay, I will go to the left to grab that energy. The next room is also tough. I hate this room. Okay, good. I hit the alarm bot, which is good. It didn't summon any more enemies. Now I have to go down here, grab the final item, the particle negator. The shields are at full power, so this will help me to survive the final room. The armor control takes a lot of practice because it bounces around so much. Now I go up here. Even higher. This room is not very hard. Just remember to shoot the bullet here. Once you shoot one of the blue bullets of this enemy, then it is rendered safe. I'm getting close to the last room. This is the second to last room in the game. Notice the creepy machinery above me and the sound. So I have to go one room higher. This really creeped me out, and I have to go up here. And now in this room, this is the final room of the game. This took me like 3 tries where I died in this room, because you lose energy pretty fast. I figured out eventually, you have to land on this blinking platform. The implosion mine is now started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And that's it. The oppressors are defeated, your race is free, press fire to play again. I finished Antiriad. Notice how once you explored the world and found your way through the world, it can be played through pretty quickly, but it's so atmospheric, it's like a movie, I love it so much. Okay, that was my little Let's Play playthrough of Antiriad. Amazing music by Richard Joseph, amazing graphics design, amazing world design, a wonderful game, and once you know it, you can play through it pretty quickly. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!